Hi everyone, I'm McDices, and this is definitely not my second attempt to try and do Dead Rising 2 Speedruns Explained. This is an explained video describing the second Dead Rising 2, because I realized I've never made one. I've done Off the Record, I've done Case 0, I've done 1, never made for Base 2, and there's a lot of interesting stuff for this. I'm gonna keep it decently short, neat run, doing new game, TimeSkip, which is a category where you do move all the waiting time. I made a video about that, you can check that out. Anyway, though, we're going to hop right on into this, and it's a pretty cool run that I think is kind of developed into its own thing that's very different than Off the Record. So, let's get started, shall we? First things first, time begins once you begin the motorcycle game, so you have a moment to chill. That being said, the fact that I'm mentioning this is my second recording, this run has a lot of RNG right out the bat, so... Anyway, let's go! Luckily, the beginning's pretty easy. Win the motorcycle game. That's all you have to do. I mentioned this last time, and it sounds like I'm being kind of a smart aleck. I'm not. You just need a win. Right trigger will let you hit the gas, and then left and A together give you kind of power turning. It's nice being able to cut through these, hit the pink things, and you win. In most cases, Leon will be your only competition. However, the AI can get stuck on each other, which is funny, and if that happens, sometimes you'll get weird anomalies. And I'm gonna go God mode if he wants to. It's weird. Anyway, the reason why you need to win this is by winning the game, you'll get money and experience. You don't actually care about the money at all. And read some donations. Do we have any? So, the XP rating is going to be very important. As I mentioned at the beginning, this will be a new game file, so we need to get experience so we can get it. You're going to be pretty low for a while. And Dead Rising 2 is a mean game with a lot of punishing gameplay. Anyway, big thing about this game is that it does not have the beauty of Dead Rising 1. You are going to have to skip the cutscenes because that counts against your timer. I hit pause until I see a sad man, which apparently is just Chuck. So it's about 2 here. This one we're just kind of running forward, but we're going to be doing the prologue. So, you know, all Dead Rising has a prologue. You have to run through a group of zombies and go to the safe house. In Dead Rising 1, you have to do the prologue because there's a shotgun. In Dead Rising 2, there's no shotgun. Instead, you have your daughter. So we're going to ignore her and we're going to die in the prologue as quickly as possible. Last time I said this, I did not get a zombie grab. So you're going to be going here, and beginning the sequence is a bunch of zombies in an area. What I do is I like to run up to them and kind of turn around. There we go. So you want to bite from behind. Getting bit from the front slightly slower, you need them to take you from behind. They take you from behind, they'll start eating more damage, and then you should get around anywhere from 144 to 146. If you did it right. I'm getting about 145. That's pretty good. And then the fun thing is that apparently Katie, asserted herself, and she managed to drag you out of there somehow. I don't know how. I actually found her dad just passed out with some guy behind him, and then just, oh, hey, look, we did it. We're good. So, this brings us back to the safe house. We have a lot of cutscene skips. I try to remember which ones it is, but be careful with mashing, by the way. Every now and again, you'll see that pause on the, it goes to menu. That's okay. Important things to know. 1, talk about it. I think they're crying every 6 months. So the green scissors and the emotes. And thank you very much for the prime. Hope you're doing good today.
Hey, YouTube.
Yes, that is how the game is intended, in fact. But thank you very much, and do enjoy the emotes and the scissors. And correct abject. Okay, so in terms of tech, it's going to be very similar to Dead Rising 1, but not. Dead Rising 1 and 2 in particular have skateboarding tech. This also goes for Off the Record. Now, how do skateboards in this game work? For one, you don't have to answer the phone, but it'll ring endlessly if you don't. You can only do it while walking, so good luck. You're going to be hearing that a good amount. I can't turn it down. The game does not let me. But inventory-wise, we're going to be grabbing a gun and 3 skateboards. In Dead Rising 1, skateboards have 3 health. In Dead Rising 2 Off the Record, skateboards have 16 health. In Dead Rising 2 Base, they have 4. Now, you'd think that'd be an improvement of Dead Rising 1. However, in total, you're only going to get 1 magazine. So boarding gets a lot riskier. Off the Record, it has similar boarding, but the problem is your boards are tanks. In this game, they're more closer to the health state of Dead Rising 1 while being harder. So, one thing to learn very quickly is it's okay to take awkward paths. No 2 runs will have the same path here. You yourself will be going to the pharmacy, but you might see me taking these really weird deviations. I'm doing that to avoid damage to the board. We cannot do a kickflip yet. Anyway, 3 headshots I do on each guy. They're all voiced by Chuck, funny enough as a fun fact, and now they're dead. Now, but you're wondering, wait a minute, if your board's so weak, how are you going to run the game? Why is this fun? Off the record has tanks, man. Okay, 1, talk to Denise. I don't know why you grabbed that. Good job, Chuck. Talk to Denise for 1. 2, after you got the Zombrex. This is a safety strat, and I just think it's cooler. Also, it's better for consistent runs. It's slightly slower than just boarding, but by grabbing that and shoving it in the wall, just step on the gas, immediately turn, you get something called ghost boarding. What that's going to do is that's going to make Chuck's model ghosty, I guess, and whatever item you're holding will retain the property. And you swap items, this will not work. So make sure you have a skateboard queued after that item. You'll hold on to it, and you can board through every zombie in the game. They can still grab you, but the thing is, 1, you can go through them. 2, your board can go through them. And you may notice my board took 0 damage. In fact, this is actually a really good intro for once. So, first I'm going to go back to the safe house, and pretty nice stuff. I definitely wish I didn't, I did the fight a little bit better. I didn't grab the stool, but overall pretty good stuff. Don't jinx it. All I'm hoping for right now is no reset. If I get world record later, I'm down, but we might have a really good run cooking tonight, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, mechanic-wise, Dead Rising 2 does not have Frank, so you have to give Katie Zombrex, which requires you to go back to the safe house for missions. Honestly, just treat these like you treat the cases in the game. It's slightly less convenient than Frank, but, I mean, for the most part, the routing's mostly the same. Alrighty, now we're on case 1-2. I'll tell you as well, money doesn't matter in this game, so there's gonna be some things I'm doing if you're wondering, oh, I don't have to care. You just have to do them. This game kind of didn't add a lot of the weird quality of life. However, like I mentioned, boarding is weak, so I need these boards to last for a while. Luckily, in a moment, I will be getting the first skateboard magazine. However, the skateboard magazine still isn't going to be powerful. And someone in chat did mention jokingly do a kickflip. We actually will be doing a kickflip, Revenant Shader. So, this is a risky strat, but you can actually board through the zombies here. Make sure you don't step on the gas too hard, because you don't want to hit 4. Right now, my board's near death, so I want to be very careful. Now, an important thing that I kind of talked about, you may notice I'm not stepping on the gas, or I'm not, like, you know, letting Chuck push his foot. If you're pushing, your hitbox is huge. It is big. He's a big boy. However, if you're not pushing, the hitbox actually shrinks. So, it's important to know that you're not always going to want to step on the gas, because if you do, that's going to happen. Also, if you tap up on the D-pad twice, which I should also mention on a PS4 controller, if you tap up on the D-pad twice, you will unequip and re-equip. What that does is it immediately puts the skateboard in your hand, so if you're about to hit something, you can just immediately not hit something. That's actually going to be really handy for being able to get through zombie hordes early on. As well, jumping always works too, which you'll be seeing me do that closer to doors. I do want to mention, to do this most optimally, you will need some kind of awkward claw grip, but it is not the end of the world. Also, I recommend board-wise, if you're running this, try to get 2 boards into this section, right the store here. The reason why is because we are now going to be beginning the mission with Rebecca. This is an escort mission, and it's actually pretty chill. You're not doing a whole lot here. You're relaxing. So, we get our magazine right here. This is going to up our boards from 4 to 12. So now they can take 12 hits. If you want to count them, you can count them. Usually a board hit will kill a zombie, so feel free to do that. Now, with Rebecca, she can't be sped up. She will always go the same rate. Dead Rising 2 off the record has something where Quickstep affects allies. This game does not have that. So I like to kill those guys just to make sure Rebecca does not get in the way. Never walk in front of her. Instead, what you're going to do is you just ditch her entirely. Ignore her. Beyond the Sigma grind set, she will make you slow. So what we're going to do instead is one of 2 things. 1, you wait and do nothing. You can do that. That's an option. 2, you may kill zombies. Killing zombies will net you a minor amount of XP. It's not the most needed, but if you're struggling with XP routing, it can help. Anyway, I put Chuck in his underwear. Why? I'm a man of equal opportunity. In many other games, we have fun little things where you get to stare at the chicks. In this game, you get to stare at Chuck and his dad bod, so enjoy that. So at this point, the zombies will never hit you back here. If you took damage, grab the burger and eat it, which is why I grabbed it. If you didn't, yeah, you're chilling. You're just waiting for Rebecca to eventually get back here. If you really think so, Michu. See, she'll always take the same speed for the most part. She won't get in the car. I've tried that before. It's unfortunate. You have to wait. She actually got grabbed. That's unlucky. She can get grabbed. It's incredibly unlucky if it happens. It almost never happens. It happened to me. That's just how this run goes, eh? Alright, anyway, once you're here, go immediately left. The reason why is if you do not go immediately left, you'll body block Rebecca. And she will slow down if you do that. So by running left, you can start moving immediately. And then just really you can take your time going through here, but make sure you don't damage the board at all if too much. I hit one hit, that's fine. But go to this thing right here. You're going to be doing the ghost boarding trick once again. While it is slightly slower to do this, you're going to keep your board alive for longer. So try to get the board right about there and get these zombies out of the way. Make sure the zombies aren't following. Don't run deep down this hallway yet. Rebecca won't be able to join you if you do. The zombies actually helped me by pushing that closer to me. The distance which you can get Rebecca is actually a lot larger than you think. And that helps because now I can do this. So I'm going to push that right here. And I've activated ghost boarding once again. And yeah, luckily, funny enough, I didn't get Rebecca messing up like that. Would have been fine. It's a pretty short area to do it, but it's just the case of if you can maintain board health, it's good. Anyway, Zombrix routing is different in base 2. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to... It's kind of funny that you always have to end up doing this platforming, but instead of getting the sport face paints, you are going to be going up here for Zombrix. Now, I should mention, and this is going to be really awkward, platforming is slightly harder in base 2. I don't know why, and off the record, it's like more lenient. In base 2, I'm jumping much earlier. I'm not even trying to get the fancy jump. You can try it. I don't recommend it. You're more likely to fall. Keep that in mind. This game has weird lag. But yeah, you get your Zombrix, and then you can just sort of skateboard off the top of this, luckily. Once again, avoid the zombies. Be very careful, and we're going back to the safe house. She doesn't care about you being in the hallway in 2. I still like to wait just in case, especially because you need to get the thing. Ghost boarding is quite nice, but good to know that one. Alrighty, take it easy, Camstas. Hope you have a good rest of the day. And yeah, Twombat boys, I have new shirts, so that is the case. Oh, so I was in Sajandar. At this point, we're going back to the safe house. It's pretty easy. You'll see the time skip in action. I think I'm actually saving a bit of time, funny enough. A little bit. And bop. Okay, so Zombrix routing in this game, like I mentioned, is different. You kind of do all of it right in the beginning of the game, and then you never have to do it again. It is kind of funny that you have the mechanic, and then you almost immediately ignore the mechanic, because they're all tied to missions. Right, the timing is really good. One of them is to be tied to case 5, one's tied to, like, case 6. That's all. So it's really easy to actually get all the Zombrix you need. Speaking of which. And then one's also kind of tied to coming back to the safe house once you do this case. So, now that we're boarding, we're going to be going to Ticket to Ride. This is the one with the train. If you watch the off-the-record video, you might recognize some of these names. Similar missions, slightly different takes. So like I mentioned, you want to make sure you keep your board alive. However, you only need to keep it alive for so long. We do have a mandatory board refresh that I recommend. In theory, if you're boarding like a god, you could save more time. However, keep in mind you might not always do that. As well, you may remember a trick in Dead Rising 2 off the record called moon jumping, which is when you get a skateboard, you go on a ramp and you're able to jump. It's less frequent, but you can use it to avoid hordes of zombies. That's really the only actual application. What we're going to do is we're actually going to jump right here. You should land on the stage and then try to weave in. If you can get a nice fast one like that, that is good. However, make sure you dismount every time using the D-pad. On top of this right there, doing that jump, you can get one of your 3 Zombrix you are going to require. That is fine. Honestly, I don't mind that I ate the hit. Faster than the last one anyway. We're not going to be heading through the food court. It's going to be kind of funny too, because some parts of this game is going to be harder, some parts are going to be easier. For one, there's going to be a lot less soldiers in this game, which is kind of funny. The problem is, the soldiers hit a lot harder, so you kind of got to take the ones where you can get them. I want to mention this as well. Ghost boarding works on any pushable object. If you grab a wheelchair, if you grab these things, if you can be pushed at like a cart, you can do ghost boarding. Nice, cool, Scaly. Very nice. Level 200 in Maple Story, huh? Cutscene will be right here. You're going to skip it. When that happens, just leave immediately. You're not doing this boss fight. Instead, what you'll be doing is you're going to take your board, you're going to go right here, and you are just going to climb the blocks. Up here is a Zombrex and an LMG. You can get shot, so be careful. And then try to go off, like, you know, take off right there. As well, I like to hug the left, because there's less zombies, and you don't get hit normally. Keyword normally, I'm getting absolutely shafted. Zombies are mean. Just understand Dead Rising 2 zombies are really mean. As well, they've already damaged my board. I've already eaten 8 hits. 8 hits is okay. I just need this board to last back to the safe house. If it does that, we're going to be good. Like I mentioned, we have a board refresh. The less I have to do, the better. Now comes a fun part that I haven't brought up yet. You may have noticed, we're still level 1. You might be wondering to yourself, hey, we're going to learn soon, right? Also, don't do the double tapping if you have full inventory. You'll drop something, and if you needed that, you lose it, so be careful. Also, PP is photographer points or prestige points in later games. That's why. Anyway, I'll talk more about level ups in a moment, but we're going to be getting into a fight with some guys. The way you want to shoot is like so. You want to pulse into their skull. I am always kind of just tapping the button. I'm not holding down. I never hold down. Doing that will allow you to get quick kills, and now we have a motorcycle mission. Slow down a little bit, and then hit the gas on the left. There is a riskier strat you can do on the right. I don't recommend it. You can try to lab it out. Don't recommend it. Be very careful to take these wide turns I'm taking. This is a very precise route. If you get hit by anything, you will slow down, and you will not make the jump. So be very careful. On this ramp, you're going to bank slightly right, and then you should be able to land right there. That's how you know you got it. Now, you're going to be slightly obscured on your vision because the military arriving is going to be there. Normally aim right about there. You'll see it. And then pulse. Pulsing will always do similar damage. And you'll get these quick kills. If their heads start going back, be very careful. You're not going to be able to squeeze in damage. I don't know why that is. It just sort of is. This is going to be a section you are going to have to play very, very risky or safe. I don't recommend skateboarding through. I did level up. I got inventory. That is actually perfect. And we're good to go there. So let me break down a few things here. 1, you may have noticed I was going a little bit slow at the end there. Again, making sure I kill the dudes. If you're low on a health or, you know, the guy's in the way, kill him. If he stays behind the box, you can actually skateboard through and you can remain. By the way, ignore the arrow at the top. You don't need that arrow. You're going to be going this way towards the Americana, I want to say. Yeah, right here. You're actually going to be ignoring the last guy if he's not on the way. If you do want to get the level up, go for it. Also, if you killed zombies during the Rebecca section, if you kill enough of them, in theory, you could level up on the guy right before that. But in theory, it's also not really needed. Like, it's preference. It really is just preference. It's kind of nice to have the level up for health. Now, a big thing I like to do here, well, not that. When I'm going up these stairs, 1, make sure you're not going too slow, but turn way earlier than you think, because that will allow you to get a faster ramp up the stairs. Now, this is just kind of a byproduct of the TimeSkip mod. I don't know why this happens, but every time you go through this hallway during this time, a boss fight happens, because it's a huge range. Just leave. You don't need to do this fight. Ignore him. Brandon's not mandatory in this game, so ignore him. There will be some zombies here. If you're doing good, I really don't recommend doing ghost boarding unless you have to. Boards about break, that is fine. Like I mentioned, we're going to be getting more boards, and now that I've maintained this board to full health, I can actually abuse it a little bit more in the upcoming chapter. And luckily, I only needed abuse for 1 section. That's going to be literally up to there. So it's pretty damn good, and the boarding's been nice. So far, so good. Now, in terms of upgrades, I got stock. You will not get stock. If you are running this, you will not get stock. Drill that into your brain early. You're never going to get stock. If you get stock, count your blessings. It is more likely you get some other upgrade you don't need. Health's okay. If you want a safer run, it's nice. Eventually, you're going to need stock, so hope to God you get it. There's also melee damage, which is useless. Range damage is okay, because I want to say it affects guns. It's actually the second most ideal one. And then any other upgrade doesn't matter. If you're not getting health, stock, or range damage, it is pointless. Anyway, at this point, we'll be returning Katie's Zombrex, and you may have noticed I only have these. I only have 1 board. Like I said, after the first casino, we'll actually be getting more boards. This is also just returning to Katie. Okay, and now we're hitting one of the meanest missions in the game. And I know what you're thinking. Hey, Ecdysis, off the record's easy. You do so good in that game. Let's have some fun, shall we? Because this is where it gets annoying. Mercenary guns have 30 ammo, not 60 ammo, or 45 in this game, I think. 45 and off the record, 30 in this game. They hit harder. You have less health. You're a lower level at this point in the game. General mechanics of this game are a bit wonkier. They just don't feel as fluid as off the record. Going more into it as well, let's have the fun part of there is no checkpoints.
Hello?
There you go. So, if you don't make a save, game over. Luckily, if you're doing this for a marathon, you would actually make the safety saves, which it's perfectly safe. It just... Yeah. You're gonna have to make a safety save during sections. You don't get to just have them like off the record gives you. So, that being said, I have a fun strat here. You're going to dismount the board, kill the first guy, just get in there as quickly as possible. At this point, kill the second guy, keep getting in here, and then kill the third guy. You don't have to kill this guy. You never had to. Nor do you have to kill the second guy at the door. They'll actually ignore you. Use your LMG to then pound this. If you're feeling bold, you can grab another gun. And if you have over 30 ammo, keep the way you're going, because 30 ammo is the ideal number. Now, at this point, if your board is tanky, just cut through the zombies. There we go, and that is the Americano Vault. How's it going, Valentino? Hope you're doing good. I'm also explaining the run, so if you have questions, let me know. Valentino Daddy Pimp. What a name. That is Americana. Americano is really fun. That's also the riskier part for boarding. Now, at this point, your board is beat to hell, and you have to go through, like, 3 more casinos. Guess what we're doing? That's right. We're getting new boards. Grab 3. Also, I highly recommend what you should do instead of just that. Play it safe. Eat a hot dog. Don't drink the large soda. Large soda heals you 1. At first, I only had 1, but, like, the hot dog will heal you, like, 2 or 3. Now, you can be a little bit more mean with these boards, but I still highly recommend keeping the board safe. The safer the board, the more you can take risk later, and you're going to need a lot more in Yucatan. So if you can board well early, you can board mean late, and that's the best way of thinking about this. As well, this is going to be your friend at this hordes, because moon jump. There we go. It is the underground. Also, how's it going, poopies and puppies? Exactly, you beat it to hell, and you have to go to 3 more. You have to beat it 3 more casinos. Wow, what a turn of phrase, huh? Anyway, time for the ranch vault. I think it's like the ranch casino. I drop my board. I ignore that actually, and get these 2 killed immediately. You need both of them dead. If you are low on ammo, I recommend stealing this guy's gun. Although you can steal any of their guns. You're going to be killing every dude. You don't actually care about the LMG here. You actually want it gone, but you just want to make sure you have another gun before going in here. If they're close to that propane tank, feel free to use it. There's the pulsing. Now, fun, dumb stuff. Guns can be mean sometimes. Pulse your gun. Do not try and not pulse it. Pulse it. I cannot stress that enough. If you're wondering why am I stressing that, because pulsing the gun means you can get more damage output. Otherwise, you're not going to get enough damage output. Also, remember all the tricks I taught you. You're also going to be getting your other board back because you dropped it off right here. This is actually really clean. Could have been a little bit better. You need 1 more Merc Assault Rifle. If you want to play it safe, grab 2. Unfortunately, you do not need to. Or fortunately, you don't need 2. You only need 1 because there'll be some guys you have to kill. I did go a little bit slow because my fights weren't the greatest, but it'll work out. Like, it'll work itself out. There we go. And luckily, I don't have to take as safe a path. I'm still taking a bit of a safe path, but that's okay. If I'm going slow, don't worry. We'll make it back as we go. Especially considering I have 2 skateboards right now. Like, I don't need to care about my boarding at all. I can get, like, this is where I've been wanting to save it. We're about to get some time saved. So, this board has 4 hits left, and I'm actually going to be ditching it because I don't need this board. Now, if you're wondering, why don't you need the LMG? You're getting a new LMG in the Yucatan, but not what you think. This is a special LMG that spawns once. If you're getting shot, again, ignore these guys. Make sure both of these 2 are dead. Once they die, does not matter how much ammo you have, get a new gun. If you have 2 guns, awesome. If you don't, that's fine. Now, I'll kill this guy, shoot that propane tank if they're next to it. Pretty bad fight. Pretty bad fight, pretty bad fight. There's gonna be 3 guys right in the front. Damn, that's fine. Hold on. I need to play this weird. Yeah. Never mind, this was going good until it wasn't. Gotta love it, huh? This guy right here. Nice. Right there. And then guy back here. Nice. Okay, now they're all dead, you can use a Merc Assault Rifle and the LMG to actually damage this. Funny enough, you don't actually care all that much about this gun, because the LMG will take this out in a few hits. Make sure you have around 160. If you're low on health, eat a cake. And feel free to grab a beer if you want it. Alright, now they're all good on resources. We're now going to skate out of here. That was actually pretty bad. The fight wasn't the greatest, but it was okay. Also, I'm taking this awkwardly just because I don't want to get back off the board. Let's see how this goes, shall we? We have a lot of fun stuff coming up, and luckily I do have a stock. At this point, you can just sort of board through. Use one for Yucatan, one for outside. You're going to need one board the entirety until you're done with the twins. That was clean. A little bit risky, but it worked out. Alrighty, case 2-3. Honestly, the best tech is the safest tech here. There is another strat you can do if you're bold, but honestly, I don't think it's faster. I actually made up the strat. I don't think it's faster. I'm using a different strat I used to use, and that's now more commonly used. Also, board on the right, it's safer. Mercenaries will be on the left. They'll shoot you, so board on the right. Oh, so less zombies over here. So, the strat here that I found a while back. Also, it's fine if the board breaks. You only need one. Nope, that just happens. There's no explanation. It just happens. If it happens, use a different weapon. Melee it. It's terrible. It just happens. Now, the strategy here is use the LMG and fire at this truck from here. Try to stand in certain positions. You will get shot by dudes. That's fine. You ideally shouldn't die. Try moving around a little bit. Kind of going left and then right. Left and right. Make sure you kill this man and then drop the LMG. You don't need the LMG afterward. If you're low on health, take the beer. Alrighty, we are now going to the twins fight. You don't need $1 million. You can just go to the twins. This game lets you do that. So, I bet you're wondering, hey, skateboarding sucks. You're right. Skateboarding blows in this game. A lot. It's hard, it's, you know, it's wonky, and more importantly, your board's made out of paper. You know what's not made out of paper? Your gut. What are you talking about? So what I'm talking about is we've phased out boarding because boarding sucks, and boarding is actually not the fastest way of traveling. The fastest way of traveling is something called Quickstep. Quickstep is a drink in Dead Rising that allows you to step quick. Drink the vodka, by the way. Save a beer, drink the vodka. So, that magazine I grabbed right here is called Juice Boost. When you boost your juice. You're still going to need your skateboard for a little bit, so don't get rid of it yet. You need to make your way to the Yucatan, all the way to the German restaurant bar, whatever it's called. You need that. So, the beer will be used for a drink, so it's nice to have an extra beer. Avoid zombies. You're going back to the center. As you remember, there is an LMG up here. It spawns every time. If you have an LMG in your inventory, it will not spawn. In case you're wondering, where's the LMG? You can't double stack. You can only have one at a time. So if it's not here, that's why. You messed up. You got greedy. Same applies there. You go off that side. Now, the moment you're in the back of the bar, guess what? Boarding is done. Get rid of the magazine, get rid of the board. As well, you're grabbing a bunch of wine. You're making a total of 5 or 4 drinks. It all depends on how well you've been playing. So, you're grabbing a lot of wine. Wine and beer will make Quickstep. It's okay if you take a bit of time here. You're also going to need some beers. There we go. Let me get the beer here. And then one more after this. So, what are you going to do with each Quickstep? It really depends on what your inventory is. If you have good inventory, you're going to have fun. If you have bad inventory, less fun. 1. Grab a Quickstep and you are throwing it over here. If you have 4, you're throwing 2. Next, loot every Quickstep. Do not face the blender or else you put it in. Once you're almost near full inventory, drink 1 and grab the last one off the ground. Be careful not to get rid of it. So, you have 3 Quicksteps on you, 1 active and 1 on the ground. What's going to happen is you need Quickstep to actually do the boss fight. You grab the LMG and you're going to be able to do damage to the boss. You're at level 2. The bosses hit hard and they run fast. So what we're going to do instead is a fun strat that allows me to stay within melee range of the boss, not die, but I can constantly I can kite her away. It's like playing League of Legends or something. You're kiting. So, go for Amber, you spawn on her, and once again, pulse your gun. Make sure your bullets are hitting her. I know it sounds dumb, but make sure that's happening. If she does that flip, feel free to go back in for a moment. You can always kind of get closer. She might try to dodge, that's okay. Make sure Crystal does not get in the way. Keep Crystal back. Crystal's actually behaving really well here. You want to end this fight with anywhere from 20 to 40 ammo. I got 43. That's actually really, really good. Also, I forgot to split. That's okay. So, you're going to level up twice here. I don't know what I get. Let's see what we get. I got, what did I get? Attack damage. That's bad. Useless. And what else did I get? I don't know what the other one was. We'll see. Either way, it doesn't matter what I got. Nothing useful. So at this point, it's okay because we have our inventory like I said we would. you're going to be going to the Quickstep you made. It doesn't matter where your Quickstep's at. You are now going to drink the Quickstep you made. And you're going to be getting the new one. Be careful, by the way. You're going to be getting grabbed a lot more now. Boarding is nice. Quickstep is mean. So your strategy now changes. Instead of avoiding zombies on the board, you're avoiding them with your feet. They will grab you a lot. Be careful with that. There's also one of two route changes that will happen. So if you got stock during that fight, you can get stock again. If you got stock, you can actually just take the Quickstep with you. You don't have to drink it. You can actually delay it, which gives you more Quickstep, meaning you don't have to use it as early. If you don't, you want to keep it. You want the LMG. The LMG is going to be very important for what's to come. You're going to need a gun of some kind and a special tool that will help us. Trust me, it'll be fun. If you have Quickstep running, you'll probably get it to around here. Honestly, if it starts flashing at 10 seconds to 10 seconds before it runs out, what you'll end up doing is you will drink it whenever, you know, you can count to 10, feel like when you're drinking it, just get to a safe spot. The strategy to avoid getting grabbed is just RNG. Avoid the zombies. The best strategy to avoid getting grabbed is you can wiggle. Wiggling works early game, does not work late game. But wiggling is when you can go through a horde of zombies and you can just sort of make your way through it. Not like that. In fact, I don't know why I even demonstrated it. But sometimes Chuck will do that. It's rare. It's inconsistent. I don't know why. It sucks. Don't do it. I don't even know why I tried to showcase it. I think I just lost 3 seconds trying to showcase it. But yeah, just avoid them. Try to run around them. Keep paths in mind. Funny enough, ghost boarding actually works at this moment in time. You can ghost walk through them, but the problem is it's not really worth it because you can also just avoid them. Call me Val, thank you for the raid. I'm doing marathon commentary, but hope you're having a good time. I'm doing the Speedruns Explained. I hope you're doing good today. Welcome on in, raiders. We're doing Dead Rising 2, and we're having a good time doing it, so hope you are doing good. Alrighty, so first things first, you're gonna be giving Quickstep. You're gonna be giving the Zombrex to Katie. There's more than one reason why Quickstep is nice. Let me talk about Quickstep a little bit. Why we made so many. One, Quickstep works inside the safe house. What's the record time? It's like 40:56 or something. We might get it during this run. We'll see. Hard to say though. I can gold in a lot of places even still, but we'll see. Oh, I know this is plus automatically. And fix controller support. There's a fix on the speedrun.com page. It's a community-made fix. Good. There we go. All right, so now we're on the roof. This is gonna be okay. Your Quickstep should be running out about now. Normally, I'll go about till the elevator. I wait about early. Never mind. That's unfortunate. That's what it is, Dave. Pretty much, you run out, start drinking. But also, Quickstep will last a total of 2 minutes. 2 minutes is pretty good. Pretty good time on 2 minutes of Quickstep. Now, normally the way I word it is it allows you 1 out, 1 in. So if you're going to a mission, you can get to the mission. Heading back, you're probably going to need another one. I will mention as well, since I ended up having to have low stock, I didn't get a resource I needed earlier. So, and during the last mission when you're running back, I recommend grabbing it, but you can actually end up grabbing a spitball gun. How's Bobby Super Champ? You're doing good. Upcoming, there's going to be a store right there, the toy box. This store has a spitball gun. Ray guns do not exist in that game. That is an off-the-record exclusive for some reason. So you're going to need a toy spitball gun. Yep, it works. How'd it go? Wouldn't find enough. Had a good time. Toy spitball gun is going to do some busted stuff. If you've watched Off the Record, you know. If you have never watched it or don't know what it's going to do, enjoy the show. But yeah, hope you had a good time, Val. I don't know if I have a mod to give a shout out, but hopefully you had a good stream. Tell me all about it. The rednecks spawn in. We're going to ignore them entirely. They're almost never going to be present. If you take too much time, Big Earl can shoot you, but he almost never will. You're going back to the hotel. Funny, if you actually end up going here a lot more in Dead Rising 2, it's kind of weird. Alrighty, so there are 4 of TK's goons. If you do not have a gun behind the hotel counter, like the counter where you check in, there's going to be a gun. Feel free to grab that. 3 headshots will kill him. However, if you reserved your LMG ammo, guess what? You get a very fast kill for almost all of these guys. Almost all of these guys. Hey, dude, die. Jesus Christ. There, now they're dead. You don't need the LMG anymore. You just need to kill those dudes. Okay, and then you don't have to kill the last guy, just sneak in there. Now, this fight's actually a little bit tougher in base Dead Rising 2. What you're going to do is you're going to aim for the blades, the general region of blades. Fire early. Be careful with your ammo, by the way. The helicopter will turn. Once it starts going, go back and start firing roughly about here. You can kill it early, you won't. Oh, I killed it early. If it doesn't, it'll go there next. Anyway, really good fight. That splits? I think it does. I don't think it does, actually. I might do it. Good fight. Oh, no, it does split. Okay. Okay, you'll level up 2 more times again, I think. At this point, you'll be getting some neat upgrades, and we're going to be charging our stuff back. Also, yeah, I like the Avril Lavigne reference of See You Later Boy for Skater Boy. Anyway, it looks like I got health. I did not get stock. That's okay. At this point, you also have jump kicks. Skills are you'll always be getting jump kick there. That's fine. You're going to be pausing them a lot, and this is probably one of the tougher parts of the run. I definitely think with boss fights, you got to get used to them. It's one of the Dead Rising issues. Many people do not know how to get used to a boss fight, especially on a new game. They're mean. Quickstep's going to be your friend. That's the only way you're keeping your distance on Dead Rising 2. Now, you might be wondering, in case you watch both, hey, why don't you need any of the stuff for Off the Record? Off the Record actually gives you more movement speed. The outfit you have works. Also, it looks like I got health and probably ranged attack if I had to guess. I don't really know what I got, but definitely didn't get stock. So, the combinations you should remember. 1, I have 2 Quickstep for 1, so that's good. Coffee creamer and coffee. If you have coffee creamer, you can combine it with orange juice. Orange juice and coffee creamer will make Quickstep. If you have coffee, coffee and beer will make Quickstep. Both of these are good to know, so I'm actually going to be grabbing coffee creamer, coffee, and coffee creamer. I think I can actually grab 3, but I don't remember if it's 2 or 3. It's still worth it just to show you that both work. As well, routing is going to change a little bit. You have to wonder, will you go through the park, or will you be going through the buildings? You're going through the buildings. You're going to Slot Ranch. The reason why is because the timer pauses on load, so you can get a little bit more distance for free. Off the Record's a nice version, but I think people should play too. Coffee creamer and orange juice will make Quickstep. Coffee creamer and coffee will also do it, but you don't need to waste a resource. You can get extra if you go using ingredients already there. So that's why we're doing that. If you are in a pinch, if you have coffee creamer and coffee, that'll do it. However, you don't need to do that. It mainly only works if you know you're going to be short an ingredient and the other ingredient isn't present. However, when you're making quick steps, it's not going to matter too much. There we go. There we go. Alrighty, so we're now in the bar, and we're going to be making our beverage. There's beer on the ground, and there's 3. I could actually grab all coffee creamer, but honestly, not bad. We're going to make beer and coffee. They'll make another one. And then once again, coffee creamer and OJ. So it does not matter how many you have once again. Just make sure you do not drop it. But what I recommend doing is get up here on the stage and drink up. There's a lone guy in the distance. He has a shotgun. There's also one up there. That one's a safe one. I'm not playing it safe. I play it risky. So you're going to use jump kick that you have now to kick this guy, take his gun, and book it. Get out. You need to move fast. Very fast. It is faster to do that. It is not safer to do that. If you get swarmed by gas zombies, good luck. They are mean. This is why I'm taking very wide turns to avoid them. So this coffee creamer will last the entirety of the fight. It's good to do there. As well, I'm having very dedicated spots. So if you're wondering where I'm doing it, that's why I'm doing it there. Even if it's not running out. I was doing Finch. You'll be doing good. You only need 20 bullets, ideally, to kill Boykin. However, Boykin does have a backup strat. If you can do it in 20, that's great. If you can't do it in 20, there's an assault rifle right over here. Run directly to him. You're playing Dark Souls, except you're the boss. So, try to keep in range. Keep nice and close. Do not get meleeed, but also if you go too far away, you'll get shot. So try to keep him in the sweet spot. If he rolls, don't shoot. If he's not rolling, start shooting. Now, keep an eye out on your bullet count. Good. That was actually a really good fight. So, if you are low on health, honestly, if you're low on bullets, you have one, keep an eye on that. The main reason why is just because, you're gonna need that assault rifle for one, it's there. But also, if your gun breaks, you're open. If you're open, Sullivan can then decide to kill you. You're getting in the car, by the way. The car is absolutely faster in a weird way. So, get the assault rifle, you're gonna need it. But more importantly, so during the Boykin fight, like I was talking about, this is driving, you don't have to worry about here. During Boykin, if you have one shotgun shell and you fire it, it'll pop. If you get hit at all during that fight, it's over. If you have health, it's a bit nicer, but you're not going to get health most. Like, you can't rely on that. If you get... what Boykin will do is, he's meant to be a late game boss. So his attack is he'll knock you down, does 1 HP. He'll shoot you on the ground, does 2. He will then decide to throw you. I'll do 1 more. He's very likely to kill you if he grabs you. Don't let that happen. Car-wise, keep to the right. To avoid zombies, the car is really fragile. Yeah, they are fun. I do a lot of Dead Rising speedrunning stuff, so I love the franchise. Where we're going is actually right around here. You're actually going to ignore the zombies entirely. What you're then going to do is you're going to drink one of your quick steps. It does not matter if you have it or not. Drink it here. And then you are going to grab Rebecca, and you're running the rest of the way. Luckily, zombies are a bit more generous when you're carrying Rebecca, but you're going to be doing it right there, because that's going to allow you to run all the way back to the safe house without having to worry. That's also why you want to take the car. Now, I know you're thinking, in theory, could you take the other way? Honestly, not really recommended. It's kind of weird which way ends up being faster. Like, there's an argument that could be either way, but for the car, it's definitely faster to drive. Like, during the Rebecca carry, yeah. For some reason, carrying her is just sort of awkward. It's weird, but I haven't really timed the two entirely. They say this is easier. This is the first game. Dead Rising 1's harder. This game, well, speedrun-wise, it's weird. This game's the harder speedrun, but Dead Rising 1's the harder casual game, if that makes sense. It's weird. Oh, by the way, Viscera. Also, don't worry about my best possible time. I can still get a lot of golds throughout the run. It'll be okay. Alrighty, so as a tech here, another reason why Quickstep's so awesome. You're gonna have the zombie break-in, 3 items you gotta get, and oh god, the safe house is in danger. Chuck, Ram Ranch is under siege. You have to hide. They've broken into the safe house. 18 zombie, well, more than 18, but a lot of zombies. So, Quickstep's nice here, because guess what? You get carries, and you have to carry items. So if you could skateboard in here, it wouldn't be worth it. There's zombies, there's stuff. Quickstep is great here. Personally, I like to start with the gas barrel. This is the only one that's kind of in this position. This is like the medium one. It's not super far, but it's not super close. Try not to bump into zombies because they'll revert you back to normal speed. At this point, there's one in there. Ignore that one for now, just because if your quick step is low, you want to make sure you're going to go. So, get this one next. All the way in the back, the spool of wire. This one's far. Try to avoid getting hit. Getting hit means you slow down. You can also drop it, which is much, much worse. Honestly, eating it slow is better than dropping. By the way, I'm pretty sure Quickstep will always run out by the end of this mission, so keep in mind you're probably going to be drinking one at the end of this. And then the generator. Dead Board is the hardest because each second you play it. Nah, Dead Rising 4 has actually had a budding speedrunning community as lately, funny enough. As reruns have been good. Yeah, it's going alright. Is Dead Rising one of the most run Dead Rising game? Yeah. Alright, keep in mind your Quickstep will be running out here, so you're going to be using your Quickstep immediately upon the next chapter. Alright, nice. Alrighty, now comes one of the really fun parts. This is a bit of a reroute. But, remember how I said coffee and beer make Quickstep? Quickstep gets pretty fun coming up. So, 1, drinking immediately. You may notice you have 3 inventory slots. You do. Guess how many beers are at the upcoming spots? Routing and game knowledge is really important to speedrunning. I know grinding is always good, talent's nice, but this is kind of not even an explained video thing. This is just a, hey, if you're a speedrunner, game knowledge of your game is really important. if you know what you're doing, you can do quite a lot that people won't expect. So, coffee, coffee, coffee. We're going to be making Quickstep. And this was actually found by, I want to say, a combination of Pokesol and Bear Squire, a couple of runners. But there's a whole nother bar with the blender. We mainly use the Irish bar that's on the strip because it's convenient. It's kind of in the middle, and in most cases should be going there. However, there's a slight deviation for this chapter because this one is right outside one of the areas, while the one I'm going to is right before you would go to the next mission. It's like right there. And like I said, in terms of inventory, there's a couple of beers at this bar. So instead of having to take coffee creamer and coffee and losing inventory slots, or relying on coffee creamer and OJ or coffee creamer and wine or something like that, what you can do instead is you can just go to this bar right here. You can see there's a beer on the ground, and you can see everything else is there. Get your stuff ready. And yeah, make sure these guys are gone, by the way. No, get rid of the pizza. Get rid of that. That's fine. Honestly, okay. Alrighty, so I'll be losing a bit of time with this. That's fine. Got the beers. And now, the important part that I'm doing right now. I cannot stress this enough. We have, how many quick steps? We have 3. Wait, 3? Yeah, 3. This should be enough quick step to last the rest of the game. He did, Barkeep. At this point in the run, you have made all the quick steps in the game. It's fun, Bryce Cube. You no longer need any more. That bar right there, also, the reason why this bar works is the exit is right here. So I did lose a little bit of time. That's okay. I think I'm probably going to be able to get this open. And then drink up. There you go. Now, the fun part is that should be all the quick steps for the rest of the game, like I said. The reason why is because normally when you're ending the game, you would need a couple of quick steps. I had 4. Okay, I had 4. Just making sure. I was like, how many? I have 4, right? Oh, I need to have 1 extra. But this should definitely be enough. Also, zombies are nice here. You can just run, touch the button. Off the record has guards. One of the only harder parts about that one. So, check it out. First things first, my elevators don't have this. There's stairs over here. They're in off the record too. Enjoy the free time save. Now, normally you would have to go make more quick step throughout the game. It kind of sucks. And this way though, guess what? You don't have to. You have them all. This is where the reroute gets really spicy. Also, yes, this is a boss fight. It can be riskier than you imagine. Start firing immediately. It's okay to waste some bullets. If you fire immediately, they won't shoot. Start gunning them down. You do want to make sure you have ammo left in this gun. This is your backup gun. At this point, you'll be able to go here. Left buttons and bring you up. Now, previously in the run, we would use sniper rifles for the final boss fight. You don't need sniper rifles. You've never needed sniper rifles, apparently. I mean, it's nice, because you don't have to take any damage. However, we're going to go really risky. Now, if you're struggling with this fight and do not mind, like, a lot of time loss, you want to play it safe, grab the sniper rifles. It's in the gun shop in the Palisades Mall right there. You can get them. Personally, I don't recommend it. And because you'll have to learn this strat eventually. I was in Sirocco, be doing good. But they are there. So with those, if you're wondering, hey, wait, if you're not grabbing the sniper rifle, what are you grabbing instead? You're going to be grabbing a shotgun. But not where you think you're going to be grabbing it. And now we're heading on back. Yeah, how you doing, little barkeep? There we go. You're going to be grabbing a shotgun in the Yucatan. So, the old route, go to the shop and slow fight. Shotguns are actually really strong. We've known that from Boykin. The LMG is also strong. If you have a preference, both of them are in the Yucatan. If you really want to play it safe, grab the LMG. You don't need the assault rifle, but honestly, I feel like if you're not using the assault rifle and the shotgun, you're dead. Like, sure, you need more ammo for the LMG anyway, but if you're messing up that much, you might just be dead. This isn't an insult to runner skill, it's more just the fact that Sullivan is arguably one of the toughest bosses in all of Dead Rising. I would quite rank him up there, especially on a new game file. He's mean. He's similar to the Brock fight, except he he can be fought with weapons. And, like, not like TK weapons, but like actual weapons. But the problem is, he hits like a truck. One of his punches will bring you from 6 health to 1. I'm not kidding. There's a very weird strat. I don't even know if I'm able to get it, but we will certainly try it. But I'm doing good. By the way, Quickstep-wise, in theory, this... Oh, there we go. Let's take a drink. I like how that slowed me down, sadly. That's fine. Quickstep-wise, you only, like, you do one for health. You're gonna have one right before the final elevator. You want one for health. That's why you have 2. That's why I have 1 extra. In theory, the pizza would do the job. But also... Yeah, in theory, the pizza would do the job, actually, now that I think about it. I gotta keep that in mind. You only need 3 quick... Or 4? 3? 3, I think. Because you want 1 to leave the safe house, you want 1 going into Sullivan, and then you want 1 on hand for health. Or you just want 1 just in case you need it. It makes do? That it does.
Got any updates?
Also, fun fact about this, you actually get to remove the phone calls. So, at this point, you are heading over to the Yucatan. I will say, in case your routing messed up, you need more Quickstep, you can always get it at the coffee shop, and then you go over to the, you go to the bar in the Slot Ranch Casino. At this point, though, if you're going to the bar in the Slot Ranch Casino, you will be losing a little bit of time. It's okay if you have to do it. Keep in mind, routing's not always the easiest. Things can go wrong. Especially if you get grabbed a lot by zombies. I had to actually chug one in my PB VOD that I had earlier today. So maybe I might save some time as a result of this. We will see. Yeah, I am doing good, Sirocco. Getting hit's the worst thing that can happen. Every zombie grab normally is like a minimum of 3 seconds, possibly more. So, try to avoid them. That's actually why I'm jumping. That would just... Good. I'd rather eat a very slow jump than anything else. It's so weird that they did that. They knocked things out of the way. Alright, this is awkward, but we're making it work. I had to jump a lot more than I prefer, but it's not going too bad. Okay, that's fine. 2 jumps. Alrighty. Also, I'm not talking too much here, because this is mostly just general focus and getting you back to Yucatan. I recommend learning the route of the casinos, by the way. Like, once you know it, it's a pretty easy curve. Just keep that in mind. Now, Yucatan, you may remember where the LMG was in the middle. If you looked on the left side, you can see right there, there's a cop. That cop always spawns there, and he always has a shotgun. So what are you going to do? That's right. You're going to kick him. Take a shotgun. Be careful, by the way. I've seen that shotgun clip through the wall. Don't kick him too close to the wall. That's all I'm saying. Zombies here are normally pretty chill. They're not going to hit you. Hey, guess what? Quickstep runs out. No, it doesn't. Drink it again. And then you're going inside of this elevator. Alrighty. So this probably won't get a record. This will be a pretty good run. Especially if I finish up here. Let's hope for the best. Worst case scenario, for the sake of PB, I do have a save for this fight that I will showcase just so I can keep a VOD. Because I do make safety saves. I have them in advance. You're going to weave through the zombies. At this point, weaving is a very good tool to know. You're just kind of wiggling left and right. And now, you're going to be going on the left side and jumping up here. The strategy is stick to his right. You're going to pop him once or twice. If he jumps, stick to the right. Drop it, and then stay in range. You should like a nice meaty thing. Every time he does the jump, go right. Like that. That is the strat. That's all you have to do. He might shoot more if you stay close to him. Like so. If he does, you should be good. And, GG. Good fight. That's Dead Rising 2. Now, if he hits you, obviously you're gonna die. You're not gonna be good. That's why I took the extra quick step. But yeah, shotgun, you can one-shot him. Now, things to keep in mind. Also, that's actually a really good PB. I want to do another one, obviously, but that was good. But by going right, he'll never hit you. If you go left, you will always get hit. I had to lab that out. It's rough. It's really rough. Every time you go left, you will get hit. So, pop one or two. If you don't hear it, or if you see he's about to jump, go right. Every time he jumps past me, by the way, I end up dropping and I aim at him again. You can normally get 2 hits. Sometimes you can get more if you're really lucky. You're not always gonna get lucky. So, that is the case. You don't do overtime, actually. This is the canon ending, funny enough. And also, TimeSkip normally just goes to the ending A. So yeah, that's Dead Rising 2 Speedrun Explained. I hope you all enjoyed that. Also, is that me, Jessica? It is. How are you doing today? It is me, well, actually, it's you, Jessica. I'm not a Jessica. But yeah, everyone, that was Dead Rising 2 Speedruns Explained. I'm probably going to try grinding this more to get a better time, so if you see 2 Dead Rising VODs, that's why. Or 2 Dead Rising 2 VODs on YouTube, that's why. But I'm very happy I was able to make this one. Yes, Case West is canon. Hey, Ruby Run saying with the 500 biddies. Yeah, that was a good PB. I want to get another one, though. I want to get a better one. I'm hungry. I know the run can go better, too. So. But yeah. I do hope that you all enjoyed that. If you're watching this over on YouTube, feel free to comment in the comments, like the video, but comment if you would like to see different games. But maybe you'd like to see something, or maybe you enjoy Dead Rising 2. I can't skip these cutscenes, so do enjoy them, but I'm actually really glad this happened during a commentated run of all things. I wasn't really expecting a commentator run to be this good. But hey, there we go! And also we get a sweet ending. But always mention, why don't we do overtime? The TK boss fight's not canon. Tentatively from this game, you end up going to Case West, and also just for general speedruns, like, Dead Rising speedrunners always do the regular time skip, because it kind of has an ending, and then the bonus mode was the overtime. People have been warming up to the idea of true ending. I know I've done my own for Dead Rising 1 true ending. Dead Rising 3, I always do true ending, but, that's how it goes. Maybe in the future, I'll try doing the TK mission. It's just routing in one more Zombrex, but I do hope that you enjoyed that for Dead Rising 2. Yeah, overtime's not canon because Frank West has to save TK from Zombie.
It's not here.
Can't you just leave it?
It has all our mother's.
As well, if you're GDQ staff watching this, I hope you liked the video. I want to submit this to the events. And also, chat, I have another conf drop ready for me. Yeah, we're going all the way to the end. I can't skip the credits, and it makes a good round out. I hope you all enjoyed it. Also, you're watching this on YouTube. Come join us over on Twitch. It's fun. We're watching this on Twitch. Say hi to YouTube, I guess. Just got to work? Nice. Oh. Oh no, and then Chuck died, leaving Frank West to make Dead Rising 4. I can't believe it. Oh no. Exactly. Why is Zombie TK so strong? He's built diff. Hey, very nice, Sirocco. Good stuff. Good stuff. Anyway, I really don't know where to end the video for the YouTube. I'm guessing I'll probably end it once the credits roll. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this pause of the ending cutscene while I just sort of chill here at the 4123. Hopefully I'll get a better time, which we're doing it again, by the way. I feel hungry. I can feel my hunger, man. I'm a hungry guy. Oh, that could be because I only ate tacos today. Let us see. Hey, my Twitter works again. Oh yeah, follow me on Twitter. No, Chuck is saved by Frank, and then they have their own side story together. Let's see. Right, it's mission. It's a game called Case West. Well, the fans wanted Frank West back. All right, there we go. Here we are. Ever play the rest of the games of the second one? I mean, I didn't tell you what happened in Case West. Alrighty, there we go. Alright, we're doing it again, by the way. Let's do this again.